What's up YouTube, Never Lucky Pulse here today with a Locust review. I played Mannadome and the first match was against Swordsoul, a going second Swordsoul deck, so I went first obviously and activated the field spell to search for visas. Normal summoned the Kashtira ball, activated visas to destroy him, activated the planet and the ball in the graveyard, so I get two balls on the field. Going for the visas synchro. I knew my opponent wasn't playing Nibiru in the main deck. He had like the Tactics, Ultimate Slayer, Frost, etc. in the deck, but not Nibiru. So I knew I could be greedy. I went for the synchro, searched for the counter trap, and summoned another Meek to the field, making it level 4. Went for the link play into the Reichobia, searching for Scareclaw. Scareclaw special summon effect to search for this Monster Reborn spell. And from this point you can wombo combo off. I mean, there's nothing to fear anymore since Nibiru would be played already. So you know your opponent has not Nibiru and you can go full combo. So summoning Baron de Fleur, activating the Crimson Dragon effect to take out and special summon the Bestial Disparter to the field. And now going into Appaloosa with 3 negates. Setting 2 and passing turn. So basically a normal board. Not the best end board, but a decent board with 2 synchros and 1 Appaloosa. The 1 Appaloosa was destroyed by the Kaiju obviously. And he activated Ultimate Slayer on my synchro monster. I had to activate the counter trap obviously, because I can't respond with monsters. The counter trap is my only answer. And yeah, Baron was also baited by the effect of the dude in the graveyard. He could bounce one of my monsters and yeah, I had to prevent it obviously. So I had only this Disparter left and my Imperm set, and this Disparter was used against his Vishuda. Means I have only Imperm left as my last defense line, plus I had 1 Effect Veiler, but my opponent didn't know that, so he has no information about it, but he can assume I have 1 Imperm on the field. He activated the Immersions to search for Taya, normal summon Taya. I had to activate the Whaler because I wanted to keep the Imperm just in case I need to use it in my turn. Whaler works only in your opponent's turn, so I decided to activate the Whaler, not the Imperm. He was looking at my graveyard, so I knew he was kinda hoping to revive something with Monster Reborn. And first off he activated the triple tactics to draw 2 cards. And his draws weren't that great, so he couldn't make anything out of it. But he activated Monster Reborn after looking at my graveyard several times and decided to go for the Visa Synchro. The Visa Synchro has a hidden effect, guys. If you destroy 1 monster on your field with his effect, your Synchro monsters gain like 800 attack points. So you can boost him up to like 3600, I don't know. So you can overrun Baron de Fleur and some other beat sticks. But yeah, he didn't know that I had the Imperm. I mean, he could assume it, but he went into the battle phase, and in the battle declaration on the Baron de Fleur, I could easily flip the Imperm, and that was basically GG. Game 2 he decided to go first. To my surprise, I was siding for going first, like Anti-Spell, Judgment or Dimension Barrier, I don't know. But luckily I didn't see the cards in my starting hand. I had only 1 Ash, and you know guys, Ash sucks against Swordsoul. It's only good against Ashuna or the Immersions, but all the other cards are not affected. The Ash can be chain blocked from the Grandmaster, so I knew I can't stop him. He will have at least 2 synchros on the field. And that's what happened. I mean, you can see Chaining 1, Grandmaster Chaining 2 Mui, so chain blocked, I can't Ash. I mean, I can Ash, but that would be dumb to Ash the Mui draw. Better to save it against Emergence. But yeah, other than that, it was a lost game in my opinion, but you never know. I could top deck something cool, but the top deck was, I guess, Obsession, so nothing too crazy. I kept the Ash. I mean, it would be horrible to use it against Mui. Maybe in case I break his board and he wants to come back with Emergence, whatever, I can use the Ash. But yeah, other than that, it's not worth it. So I special summoned the ball and he activated the Sinister Long Yarn to banish the ball. Means I lose 1200 life and my ball. He won't resolve obviously because he's banished. I searched with the field spell the Scareclaw. My opponent misplayed. He forgot the hidden effect of Sinister Long Yarn. He can banish also spells and traps, and if you banish the field spell, the search won't resolve, so I don't get the Scareclaw search. But he missed it, and yeah, lucky for me, I could profit from this mistake and break his board. Chaining 1 the sheep and chaining 2 my Astrolaut to shoot the Sinister Long Yuan. and now I have a level 10 synchro monster on the field. I was debating on what to play, Baron de Fleur or the Ice Shade. The Ice Shade is also quite nice, but in the end I decided to go for Baron de Fleur. I mean, it's a bit risky, but at least it's one negate, and I know he's playing a lot of power spells, and I need the Baron. And as you see, he activated Ultimate Slayer, sending my Baron back to the extra deck. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter which one I choose, the Ice Shade or the Baron de Fleur, both would be destroyed by the Ultimate Slayer. So I had nothing on the field. At least I could break his board, but I couldn't establish my own board, and I set one card and passed turn. So we had a back and forth duel. No one could establish a big board. He normal summoned Ash, activated the Kaiju spell to destroy the monsters on the field and to special summon from the deck, but I ashed it obviously. Luckily I saved the Ash. If I knew that he has triple tactics thrust, I would rather use the Ash against it, but you never know, right? So you could search for a spell and trap, and he decided to go for Monster Reborn. Monster Reborn means one free boss monster on the field for him. Means I need to stop the back row somehow, and luckily I had some combo in my hand. I activated Visa Starfrost on the ball, destroyed the ball, and summoned him to the field. Went for my Visa's synchro to get my counter trap, and using this counter trap against Monster Reborn, that was my plan. Going to the battle, destroying Ash, and he's basically on top deck mode because I have the counter trap against this Monster Reborn. Means he has to draw Juicy, and guess what? Ecclesia, the best draw ever. I was like, no way, I can't believe it. So yeah, he activated Monster Reborn, and I had to activate the counter trap obviously, so there's no denying it. You have to activate it, otherwise you will destroy the Visas and your counter trap will be dead. You can use it only if you control a synchro monster, so that's the only possible timing to activate the card. But as you see, he activated the Glacier, summoning the Tire to the field, activating Tire's effect. Luckily I had one emergency trap, the Dimension Barrier, so he couldn't synchro summon this turn. He activated the Shooter in the grave to bounce back my monster, because he controls a token on the field. Means I'm on top deck, and my top deck wasn't the greatest. I set one card and passed turn. He went for the Borrowload Dragon, which was surprising, and I activated the Imperm to negate him. Means he has only a big body on the field with no negates, and my top deck was Juicy, Rota is full combo into Room Heart, special summoning the ball, going into the Triad Master to draw one card, and with my resources in the graveyard I can go for Astrolaut and basically attacking for game, since he gains 1500 attack points on top, and that's enough. Match 2 was against Kashtira Scareclaw. I unfortunately lost at the dice roll and had only one hand trap, one Imperm. I activated the Imperm on the Unicorn. I was gambling there. I mean, I could have waited for the Arise out on the field, but you never know. I tried to gamble and it didn't work out. He had also the Scareclaw package, normal summon that linked away, and had his level 3 boss monster on the field already, plus Theosis on Unicorn. Like, dude, this is mega full combo. So his end board is indestructible basically. He has the Link 3, the Shangri-La, the Arisa, the Fenrir on the field. I mean, nothing can break it unless its name says evenly matched or Raigeki or whatever. Nobody is playing it in the main deck obviously. Means I will have a very tough time. My hand wasn't the greatest. I mean, I had a lot of combo pieces, but I can't break the board since I can't attack, and all my resources will be banished, so I can't go into Astrolaut. I can't use the Position Graveyard effect to special summon for free. Plus he had also Book of Moon on my Fenrir summon. That was my hope, that I can Fenrir banish the Rise Up in case he activates the effect. But nope, not this time, and I knew from this point I lost the game when my Fenrir was booked face down. He has the level 3 Link monster on the field, the Arisa, the Shangri-La. I mean, there's no way I can break it. He also activated the effect on Calarium, means I have no access to Visa Starfrost. So my basic hand is Room Heart plus 2 balls, and with one synchro monster it won't cut it. I mean, I have no synchro monster which can clear the entire field, and in the next round I will lose. So I was thinking about it, searching all my monsters, thinking about it a long time, but in the end I decided to scoop it away. I mean, there's nothing I could play which would save me. Game 2 I went first, and I knew he's not playing Nibiru because of the Kashtira package. He can't have the token on the field or the Nibiru on the field because he wants to special summon. That's why I played the greedy route, and I tried to play around the Imperm. I started with the Scareclaw normal summon to bait the Imperm to chain the Room Heart, but he had no Imperm, no hand trap. Means I basically win the game unless he has like triple evenly matched or whatever in the hand. I went for extra Stardust Dragon, special summoned one of my balls from the graveyard, and had the Visa Starfrost, the Scareclaw on the field. Means I can do whatever I want. So yeah, the game was basically lost for him. You will see it. I mean, the first boss monster, Pierce the Bestial, very important in this combo because he revives the Visa Starfrost back, and then you can go into Appaloosa with 3 negates. I also went for the Ice Shade, the level 10 synchro. It's very good against Kashtira because your cards can't be banished and all the Kashtira effects are banishing. Means your cards are protected, or your monsters in general. Plus your cards can't be destroyed by card effects. So Raigeki, Lightning Storm, whatever are also useless. And as said, 2 past turn, I mean, Appaloosa with 3 negates, 3 synchro monsters, 1 counter trap and 1 imperm, I guess, I don't know. But a board which a normal deck can't break unless you open triple evenly plus full combo or lava golem, whatever. That's the only way to break this board. And in 90+% of the cases you will win the game automatically. And yeah, my opponent looked at his hand, looked at my board and said GG. So that's basically it. Game 3 he went first, and we both had a very good hand. He activated Prosperity for 6, I had no Ash, but my hand was very good. I had Imperm plus evenly matched. So basically my plan was to allow him the full combo, activating evenly, and on his Arise side I will activate Imperm, so I clean his entire board because I have the full combo, so I can go into Baron, pop the Arise side, and basically win the game from there on. But you're never sure. I mean, if he has Judgment, the plan won't work, but at least I will have the Imperm against the Ariser. So the better choice was to keep the Imperm in hand, not trying to negate the Unicorn once again, because, you know, it's a gamble. If he has Birth plus Fenrir in hand, you basically lose, or if he has Theosis. So yeah, keeping the Imperm is the better choice here, and the minimum risk, obviously. So he had the combo with Kashtiras only, so no Scareclaw package, and he was trying to banish his trap, but decided to trap out, a mistake, and yeah, he had to banish the Scareclaw dude. Unlucky for him, so his end board wasn't the greatest. I mean, Arisat pass is okay, but against going second Mannadome deck with a lot of back removal and yeah, Kaijus, whatever, it's very tough. He activated Judgment on my evenly matched. Luckily I top decked it to Kaiju, so I had another out, so Kaiju or Imperm. Kaiju obviously the better choice here, saving the Imperm for the next round. I activated the Calarium to search for Visas, norm summoned the ball, activated Visas to destroy the ball, and afterwards chaining 1 and chaining 2 the field spell, getting me 2 balls on the field. And I also made a mistake. I went for the Visas synchro. I wanted to search for the counter trap, but dump me sided the counter trap out, because going second obviously we have to side out the counter trap, and I was so lost. It was a horrible mistake, so I had to search for some useless spells like Obsession. Yeah, it would be better to keep the monsters on the field, linking away the Visas for the Light Heart, and then with Scareclaw you can special summon him, search the Monster Reborn plus drawing 1 card. And with this line, yeah, it sucks now. I don't get the draw, and the Visa search is quite useless. I mean, you have Position, whatever, so I have the field spell already. I can't search for the counter trap, so I basically search for more engine, which is useless. And this last set was obviously Book of Moon. He booked my Visas, and from there on I had to pass turn, unfortunately. So never lucky pulls, right? And yeah, in his follow-up turn he had the Birth into Unicorn. I had to Imperm obviously the Unicorn, otherwise I will lose. And he normal summoned the Scareclaw dude, linked him away for the Light Heart, searched for the Rhyphobia, but nope, he hadn't the Rhyphobia anymore. Decided it out, so yeah, another punt from his side. yeah, we both were a bit lost in this game. We started cards out and forgot about that, but happens sometime, you know. It was a very, very hard grinding game, and we both were on our limits and forgot some major side outs. But yeah, whatever. He had to continue his play. I had the visas. He has 2200 defense points, so he can be overrun by every monster on the field. Went for the free Scareclaw boss monster, which puts everything in defense. Plus he had some dudes on the field which give him more benefits, like attacking multiple times and making piercing damage. So I was on the clock, and my only out was the Kashtira, the Ryhobia field spell. With the field spell I can destroy one card on the field, and the link monster is only unaffected by activated monster effects. So the spell is my out against the link monster, and I had it in my hand, so I knew I can break the board. My top deck was nice, evenly matched, and I activated it right away, but I couldn't do it because I have the field spell. As you can see, guys, on the top of the video, I have the Calarium on the field, but I completely forgot it. I saw just my empty field and was like, yes, let's go evenly. But evenly wasn't that great, especially for me now. I don't have monsters on the field, or my opponent in death, so I can't destroy his link monster because I need at least 3 monsters on the field in defense, and I can summon only 2 monsters, so I have to stall now, which is unlucky, man. It was dumb for me to play the evenly, but yeah, shit happens, right? I cheated and the cheat worked against me, right? That's the punishment I deserve. So my plan was basically to summon Astrolaud and pass turn, because Astrolaud can't be destroyed by battle, and both have 3000 attack and defense points, so he can't make piercing damage and he can't destroy my monster. So I can basically stall a bit and pray for a better top deck. And yeah, my opponent had the turn now. He drew, and draw wasn't that helpful, so he had to pass turn basically. My draw wasn't helpful as well, so it was a back and forth game. We couldn't do that much, and the time was very short in this tournament, so we had like 5 minutes left or 4 minutes, I don't know. It was very, very close to time, and I was leading the time race, I guess. No, I wasn't leading the time race because my opponent attacked my monsters in defense, so I had to do something. And yeah, he activated Joel, so my turn was stopped once again, and I couldn't break his link monster, so I had to pass turn. And his turn started, he couldn't break my Astrolaud as well, so it was very, very tough. I mean, we had both not the greatest top decks, and I could play, but he activated Joel, and I said, man, if I wouldn't be Joel, the game would be over, because I get more monsters on the field in defense position, and I can activate the field spell to destroy his monster. He activated the Scareclaw special summon, summoned one of his guys to the field, and basically was thinking about his next move. And yeah, the clock was very short. I mean, he was under pressure and he couldn't break my monster because it can't be destroyed by battle, which is super funny, and he can't go into Fenrir or whatever because everything is turned into defense. In my turn I could finally play, and no more draws, no more stalls, so I could finish the game. Luckily for me, I had the field spell, and with the field spell, more bodies on the field means I can shoot his monster and basically win the game from here on. Very close duel, very entertaining, and I had a lot of fun playing my opponent as well. We gave us a cool battle, and I enjoyed this duel very, very much. So hope you enjoyed this as well, guys. See you, bye!